The alarm clock rings at 6. Li Wei, 12, groans and pulls the covers over his head, not wanting to start the long day. The sky outside is still dark, but Shanghai's apartment buildings are starting to show against the first bit of morning light. He finally gets up, puts on his blue and white school uniform, and says hello to his father, who is already shaving for work. Li Wei washes his face, and the cold water wakes him up. In the kitchen, his mother makes congee and steamed buns. Breakfast is fast, but feels good. She checks his homework, tells him to wear his jacket, and gives him a carton of milk. By 6:45, Li Wei is out the door, his backpack heavy with books. His mother calls after him, "Jiayu," which is like saying, "keep going," every day. That phrase stays in his mind as he walks down the hallway, ready for another tough school day. In China, being on time and never giving up are like unofficial rules for students. The morning routine is a mix of family warmth and the need to do well. Every day starts with small acts of care and big hopes. For Li Wei, this is just the beginning. The city is waking up, and so is he. Li Wei's trip to school is a daily habit. No yellow school bus, just the crowded Shanghai subway. He joins the morning rush, swipes his card, and squeezes into a full train. Around other people going to work, he studies his English words: diligent, ambitious, perseverance. The subway shakes under the city, teaching him about patience and city life. Coming out into the daylight, he walks with many other students toward his modern, tall school. The school gate is busy, with uniforms everywhere and a security guard saying hello to each child. Inside, it's a serious place. Li Wei's first class is Chinese literature. The teacher starts right on time at 7:30. Students stand, bow, and say hello to her all together. Today's lesson: a poem from the Tang Dynasty, said from memory and talked about to understand its meaning. The way of teaching is direct. Lectures, chalk on the blackboard, and planned chances to speak up. Students take notes, raise hands, and wait to be called on. Everyone is super focused, and the expectations are high. Every little thing, from the uniform to the classroom rules, helps teach discipline and working together. For Li Wei, the school day is a test of both what he knows and how long he can keep going. The city outside is fast, but inside these walls, every minute is important. This is how school works in big cities in China. The pressure is real, but so is the feeling of having a purpose. Li Wei is just one of millions, trying his best to keep up. By noon, after 4 classes, the bell rings for lunch and a break. The cafeteria is full of energy. Students line up for trays of rice, stir-fried pork, eggs with tomatoes, and bok choy. Li Wei sits with friends, sharing stories about math problems and TV shows. After eating, the courtyard fills with games and laughter. Li Wei joins a quick basketball game using jackets for goalposts, the game fast and fun. Others walk around, read, or take naps at their desks. The lunch break is a rare hour of freedom, a chance to get energy back. Teachers watch over them, but students choose how to spend their time. As the break ends, the mood changes. Play becomes focus. Students go back to class, ready for the afternoon's challenges. These moments of laughter and play are just as important as any lesson. The serious work of learning starts again, but the memory of laughter stays. Afternoon classes start at 1. Feeling sleepy after lunch is real, but teachers keep students interested. English class is lively. They act out a restaurant scene, trying out new words. Science comes next, with pictures and a simple circuit making a light bulb glow. Li Wei's favorite. History brings stories of the Qin dynasty and the Great Wall, facts to remember for tests. The final bell rings at 4:30, but school isn't over yet. Students clean the classroom, sweeping, wiping, emptying trash, a daily lesson in being responsible. Homework is given out, for every subject. Li Wei writes it all down, knowing hours of work are waiting. The trip home is crowded and tiring. This time, he finds a seat, puts on music, and watches the city go by. The sun sets as he walks home, his backpack heavier than ever. The day's wait is both real and symbolic. For Li Wei, every day is like a long race of learning and expectations. The city's energy never stops, but neither does his determination. Home is a welcome sight, but the work isn't done. The cycle continues, day after day. Li Wei gets home at 5:30. The apartment is quiet. His mother and father are still at work. He changes, washes up, and sits at his small desk, starting homework before anything else. Math comes first, then Chinese essays, history notes, and English words. His mother arrives, checks in, and starts dinner, the smell of garlic and soy sauce filling the air. Dinner is when the family gathers. They share stories from school and work, give encouragement, and remind each other of high expectations. Education is the family's most important thing, a way to a better future. After dinner, Li Wei goes back to his desk, finishing assignments as his parents read or work quietly nearby. By 10, he's tired, packs his bag, and lays out his uniform for tomorrow. A few minutes of reading a fantasy book is his only escape. Lights out by 10:30, getting enough rest is very important. The pressure is always there, but so is the support. Every evening is a balance of duty and care. For Li Wei, family and education go hand in hand. Tomorrow, it all begins again. The weekend brings a change of pace, but not complete freedom. Saturday mornings mean a half day of school, main subjects or special classes, but with a lighter mood. After school, Li Wei finally has time for hobbies. He builds detailed model airplanes and ships, getting lost in the small parts. Sundays are for family, going to parks or museums, or special dinners with grandparents. Even weekends aren't free from schoolwork. Sunday afternoons are for homework and sometimes extra lessons. The weekend is a careful balance: rest, hobbies, family, and getting ready for the week ahead. It's a short break before diving back into the school race. For Li Wei, weekends are special, but always with a sense of responsibility. The rhythm of work and rest shapes his life. Monday always comes too soon. Li Wei's life in Shanghai is very different from his cousin Li Hua's life in the countryside of Gansu. Li Hua wakes up to roosters, not alarms, and walks an hour to a small, simple school. Her classroom has old desks and a blackboard, no smartboards or labs. Teachers teach many different grades. There aren't many supplies. The school lessons are the same, but the experience is completely different. After school, Li Hua helps with farm chores before doing homework by a dim light. There are no tutors or museum trips. Her playground is fields and hills. She knows every neighbor, every bird and plant. City life is fast, competitive, and high-tech. Village life is connected to nature and community. Both children face pressure to do well, but their challenges are different. Each is shaped by where they live, one by tall buildings, the other by mountains. Together, their stories show how different growing up in modern China can be. The future is unknown, but both are determined to make the most of their chances. In every part of China, young people are trying hard, each on their own path.